And we'll see.
Start all our top-notch viewers.
I will declare an attack step with Jubilee and
First
with-
person who comments gets a frozen popsicles from Canada sent to your house.
Sorry, everybody. We had some technical difficulties and lost. So Laurier fielded a Jubilee. There was 2 damage to something. I don't actually know what.
Well, it was Elliot's turn. He
No, we're
rolled one
on
of the
Laurier's
poison
turn because Jubilee's in the field there, and
What?
and
Oh,
Laurier
he
just
still. Oh, he kept it all. I didn't even see that. Yeah, he fielded the Jubilee, did the 2 damage from fielding it.
yeah.
Elliot has a bunch of globals waiting. He fielded sidekicks, so 3 blockers against his 3.
Okay,
Is he gonna?
So he's gonna knock out.
Is he gonna
is he
wallop
gonna
everything?
pump?
and then global step. I'm guessing
If he
you
can
wallop
wallop
a couple of
everything,
Yeah.
but he can.
Well, yeah,
I mean, there's no point not to. He made the
Yeah, I don't do
sidekick.
anything.
He can. I don't know what he's gonna do with that. He's got a 4-3. He's gonna wallop the Jubilee, I'd say.
So what is?
I mean, he's still down. He needs 7 life. Like, I don't see how Elliot's gonna get 7 damage next turn unless he knocks out all of his stuff. He could. What Elliot can do on this case? Using the wallop against the Jubilee, I think, but I think it's just to keep Jubilee from knocking out a sidekick. That's
well
what I
from
think he's
fielding
trying.
her again. Yeah, definitely.
So-
The only advantage to using it on the sidekicks would just be to keep your field a little bit,
Keep the field alive.
because I'm assuming we're getting close to a Becky.
Yeah, there's got to be a Becky in the bag, and 5 dice, 3 Becky's grills.
So
And there's another Jubilee. No, Jubilee's. I think
One of your
there might be
sidekicks,
another
the one that
Jubilee still there.
didn't-
So he did trade off
Well,
these
four
sidekicks,
kicks
knock
failed.
out each other,
That's the end result.
and
2 other
he used the
sidekicks
wallop to
stay.
keep one of his sidekicks alive. I think.
It is your turn.
He
Yeah,
should
I
get
think
one
that is
sidekick
right.
back.
Okay.
Or he kept them both. I don't know how they both.
No, the
he
one
must have
against he
walloped
kept one against Jubilee and one against
sidekick.
the
So
sidekick.
that's good to keep that. So that actually gives Laurie a ramp though, because again, the other thing that's in his bag is Pip, so he's got to be careful of that. So now the question is, can he pull that Jubilee? Looking in, he sees it, and he pulls it.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
he did.
he got the Ivy.
He did pull the Ivy. So again, 7 damage. I don't think he can get. because
2
Jubilee
level
has to knock
3s,
himself.
and he's just got to get 1. How many masks does Laurier
No,
have?
because Laurie can make a sidekick
Oh, there's 1 level 3.
on level 3, but I don't know if it'll be enough because he'll have 2 sidekicks. He can block it. So
I'm re-rolling everything else. Keep 1 for fielding
We're open for
costs.
open for sidekicks here.
You want bolts or sidekicks? You want to get
Well,
stuff.
if he gets sidekicks, though, Laurie does have a fist that he can wallop something.
He just needs to go wider, because if he can get 2 level 3 Ivies, that's 6 damage.
Yep.
That takes Laurier to
Yep.
1.
Yeah, so that Poison Ivy has to roll level 3.
Yeah.
And he has to roll another sidekick. You're right. So
Yeah.
can it happen? I'm not sure. Plus, he has the 1 blocker, too. So.
Well, the blocker will disappear here, but he'll be able to bring 1 back.
Oh, it's a
level
level 1.
one.
So he's got 4, 5, 6 damage he can do. But he has a pump, too, with the one that goes through.
So
he has
gonna,
the bolt.
He's going to do 3 damage. He'll have...
Yep. Sidekicks go through. He could 4, 5, 6.
He'll have
He's
1
gonna make a
blocker.
sidekick.
You pass
No, he's only gonna do 6. I think he can get.
So
He
3,
can only do 6.
4, 5, 6. Yeah, he's going to be 1 shy.
Yeah, he's gonna do 6. He needed 1 more sidekick.
Or
to
a-
do.
or another bolt.
With the
Yep.
Scott Hall Globe.
Or another bolt would have done it.
And
So,
that is what I do.
Oh, he
Yeah,
forced the
'cause Twitch-
sidekicks to attack. Okay.
he's gonna force the sidekicks to attack. Now, why did he do that instead of? Oh, he
So
forced
he
a
passed
sidekick to
priority
attack?
first. I think he was going to see what he was going to do. Try to play a game of chicken.
Mm-hmm. Now, if he passes priority to you and you pass back, can you? Is that the end of your turn, or can you?
You
still
could. Like, he
field
could
stuff?
end turn, but then he's not fielding his Ivies. He wants to field those, right?
That's what I meant. But when you pass priority, passing back, you still can do stuff.
Yes.
It's not like when you pass for turn, you say, "Okay, I'm done," end of turn.
Yeah.
So yeah, here he's gonna field both poison ivies. Now, do you keep 1 poison ivy as a blocker and knock out a sidekick, thinking that
I
might
don't
be
think
good?
I don't think it makes a
Yeah,
difference.
but you got to think. Yeah, but it does, because you can keep the mask for after to Nylalore out your poison ivies is what he can do. So field 1, he's gonna knock out level 3.
Yeah.
See, I'm wondering he should have. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Now
he's
when
doing.
you field the other poison ivy, though, it's only a 2 defense. It's not gonna make much difference. He's down to 4.
I mean, they've
He's
eaten
gonna
up a lot
kill
of
the other
time
one.
on this one game here.
Yep.
Yes.
We're
I
at
don't know what time they're at, but-
47 minutes left. So they've almost used half their time on one game. That's going to be rough.
That's true. And how does it go tiebreaker? Do they finish, or is it just you have to win the game?
Don't know.
Yeah, let's
I
see.
think that's a them problem, not an us problem. We're just the voices, you know?
I vote for Krokonoloff if it has to.
Yeah. Oh, and Kim just went live, so if you are hanging out in the chat, feel free to go check us out on Twitch as well. Twitch.tv/DMNorthTV. She's doing an art stream.
What's she drawing today?
I don't know. I think she was.
Back again.
He's trying to get him to field the sidekick first. That's what he's
Yeah,
trying
I
to
know
do.
what you're doing.
But he can't. That mask has been spent to put in the poison ivy.
Ah, well,
If he
yeah.
fields a sidekick, wait, 4 characters. Wait, where did Jubilee go?
Jubilee got KO'd when the first Ivy came through.
KO it, you deal me 1.
No,
Yeah, it was
he had
level
a-
3. Yeah, it was level 3.
Oh, that's right. He got killed from
Yeah.
the poison ivy.
Yeah, yeah.
So can he do enough damage here? Can he?
I don't
1,
think
2,
so.
3.
He can bring in a sidekick.
Yeah, but he can do 3 if he. Oh, he can pull in a sidekick. That's right. He's gonna pull in a sidekick, and that's gonna
Wait.
save him.
No, he's still got a bolt, doesn't he?
But you have
No,
to
there's
attack
no
with
more
one
bolts.
sidekick.
He has a
That's
bolt.
Top Hall Global.
Now, what is Elliot?
Attack with
Elliot's
all
stuck.
3 of them.
He's-
How many do you attack with?
All of them.
Yeah, if he attacks all 3,
And buff
yeah,
it.
but he can block 1. Yeah, but no, he doesn't have a
Okay,
buff.
I thought he had a
There's no
bolt.
bolt.
Oh, I thought he
Didn't
had a
have a bolt.
bolt.
Let it through.
No, he had a bolt, but then he rolled it.
Oh, no.
He had a bolt. He would have had enough to do it. Because yeah, we forgot he had a blocker in Jubilee, but it would have been knocked out by the poison ivy. So yeah, that's gonna put him down to 1. Or did he?
Oh.
Oh, did he also use the He also used
Yeah, well,
the
it's
block,
a game
so
of
the
inches right now.
no
1, 2,
damage was
3.
done. So he keeps the
4.
sidekick. Now he needs Pip here, and he just has to win.
I had only
That's it.
3
I think-
sidekicks in that
I think any of those characters will help. But yeah, I think he made a mistake when he didn't have that bolt. But there's a Becky with Overcrush,
There you go.
and that should be enough right there. I think. Oh wait,
No,
he
he
has for the Kang Global. Yeah, he can Kang Global to get down to 4, but that's enough. I think it's only 4.
Yeah.
He's gonna Pip it out, and then he's got enough to buff, and that should be it. Yeah, he's gonna pump. Becky's huge.
Yeah, even if
He can
he
hang it, but
even if he
still,
brings in a
he's gonna
sidekick
use the
doesn't help,
sidekick,
yeah,
so
he's fine.
He's done. He's got the 4.
So you agree on
Interesting. Interesting, and I'd be interested to see why he re-rolled that bolt. I mean, I know we said go for the extra sidekick, but thinking that you had Poison Ivy could have done that damage. We won't say anything till the end, though, but I'll ask him that one question.
I do want to double check that.
Black
I
Dwarf?
think-
Yeah, but they said they're okay with it, and I think no, he still has Black Dwarf for next game. It makes sense. It does say it's not a character die, but I thought they made some ruling that something about sidekick dice or only sidekick dice, and they're on the sidekick face. But
Don't worry, it happens.
maybe I've
Yeah.
misunderstood their ruling.
I do
but-
want to go back to that turn because I think he had it.
Yeah, if he had that bolt, but I think he
Yeah.
rolled for it, getting an extra sidekick is what he wanted. But we didn't realize, like, we totally forgot that he had a level 3, or he would have rolled Poison Ivies to knock out that Jubilee. And we were thinking Jubilee, he needed an extra sidekick. He didn't. He could have kept what he had, and he would have had it, I think. So now it looks like is Elliot switching his team, or is he going with the same? It's gonna have a Poison Ivy off. This is gonna be interesting.
An Ivy off would be very interesting because it'd be matching teams.
That's right.
But they've only
Interesting.
got 43 minutes.
Yeah, and this can be a long game if it's that.
Right,
yeah.
If I was Elliot, I would switch over to his team. I'd switch his because he's got Becky Lynch, and the Becky Lynch with the Deadpool Global really does a lot of damage.
Yep.
And there's no whatchamacallit,
Is he switching? I
Global.
can't tell.
No, there's no Wallop Global either, so he could have kept that. But he's keeping that team with the Wallop. If he went to his Overcrush team, he could just plow with Becky Lynch like Laurier was doing. But, and again, that's why they're here.
Yeah, exactly. Gotta keep reminding that, right?
That's right. Brilliant minds on that end, and we're just here to talk about them.
Yeah.
Great. We'll get our games in. We should play. We haven't played in a while.
Definitely. I'm gonna see
Yeah,
if I can slam something together for Weekly Dice Arena, which is
what is-
twitch.tv/Final Ross Battle every Wednesday night at 9
Well,
Eastern.
while they're setting up, I'm gonna go see what is the actual format for this week.
It's
Maybe.
modern Civil War, so you must have a Captain America or Iron Man on your team, and
Yeah.
your team can only be made up of Bolt or Shield characters.
Bolt or Shield characters.
Yeah.
I know exactly what I'm playing, and you know. Is it a? Please tell me it's golden.
No, it's modern.
Ah, I had some Nick Fury shenanigans coming there. Damn it. It's that's too bad that it's not.
Guess I should pay attention.
You know what?
We're
I'm
actually
gonna
playing.
take a page
Oh,
off
they
your
started.
book,
Oh, look,
and
there's a
send the
Oscar
sidekick
bot.
to- I'm gonna field it, then
So I
it's
guess
gonna
going
be
turn one, he bought
fist with
Oscar.
Black Dwarf Global, seeing as that's
I
still
guess we
around.
should pay attention.
I will use your
Pay
So I
Attention.
like to see this one with Laurie. Laurie's gonna go with his. I mean, no one. Clayface was banned, I think, of course, in this
pass
tournament.
priority and
So he went turn one, bought himself a Poison Ivy using the
Yeah.
Kree Captain Global, a la what
Yeah,
Elliot had.
I think he's
So
just
that
trying
was
to.
good. Going,
We'll see how it works out.
I think
he's
he's
trying
just
to replicate exactly what he was doing.
Yeah.
Now, this will be interesting to see, though.
The faster you get Ivy out, the faster she's doing damage. So maybe it's worth it to skip Asuka if you can. Why
I'm
not?
wondering, yeah, skipping Oscar, and you would. What about a Typhoid Mary to take? No, there's force attacks though.
Yeah, for Mary is not nearly as effective as Shriek
But there's
was.
only one force attack now. It has to be a mask.
What is on Laurier's side?
Oh, there's two for. Well, they're both.
They're both
They
Doctor
both have Doctor
Strange.
Strange.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I had flipped screen. I did the same team almost. Elliot goes ahead and rolls again. Sidekick, but he does have his maker to make the fist. So he could purchase himself a Poison Ivy here.
Yep.
Now
Yeah.
there's no ramp though. We don't have Rip Hunters in this one.
We have nothing, so they're basically.
They're stuck.
Yep.
But the good thing with those Poison Ivies is once they start rolling, they're self-rolling themselves.
For the most part, you're
correctly.
recycling them consistently.
As long as they roll.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll miss 1 out of 4, I'd say. 1 out of 4 times. So they're going to hit a 4. And he re-rolled the fist, I believe it was. So now he's got a question dilemma to do. Going
Oh, he's
to-
just getting the setup. That's all he's doing.
Okay. So that was the walk with Elias, I believe that was.
I find that global so clunky. I'm just not good enough to use it.
No, I like the walk with Elias. I mean, it's half of Professor X. I mean, half the times you had 2 masks and that's what you use. So if they allowed it to be on each turn, that'd be Professor X and broken.
Well, once per turn would be fine. I would have no problem if it was
Well-
once on each turn. Cool.
Right, but that means every other turn you're gonna have 4 dice prepped. You're gonna be rolling 8 dice every second turn. That's, I understand. It's like you're paying a mask to prep 1 die. You're getting an extra die out of it. So,
I will be
people went nuts
for
over
Oscar.
Resurrection. Well, it's basically
I will
Resurrection on
walk with Elias
steroids.
as
So,
well.
which is good.
Priority.
But I don't know.
and turn.
I have my views on the mass teams and the Oscars and stuff that I
Priority
wish
of
they
the
would do it
sidekick.
for all the energies. You should have
And then you
Oscar
guarantee
for
to
bolts,
draw your
Oscar
card.
for-
There should be. If there's an Oscar for masks, there should be an Oscar for everything else.
and now the fist with Black Dwarf is interesting to see.
I need to look
that should
closer
be-
at that die now. I kind of ignored that because it was just I thought it was just a fist maker for a sidekick.
That's what you always. Well, I always thought it was like Yarnborn, right? That's what
Yeah,
it was like.
yeah,
but
exactly.
It's not Yarnborn. It's worse than Yarnborn.
Well, better depending what you're trying to do.
That's correct. And I mean, the good part is it's for both players.
Yeah.
So the only thing I found with those kind of energy ones is, sure, that's great that both players can use it, but if I don't have a fist team, it means nothing to me. So, so we missed the Oscar roll.
Yeah, that welcome to my life. I missed
Yeah.
the Oscar roll the entire 2-team takedown.
Elliot looks like he's not under any COVID restriction. He's got his hair all dyed up there. It looks like. You got a haircut since COVID?
I've had a couple actually. I actually just went
Yeah?
on Friday and got my haircut. It was looking a little homeless.
See, I just got one of those weed whack snippers, and I just snip my hair short. Doesn't matter. So
Oh, missing Oscar hurts. God,
That did. What does it feel like? I've never played to miss an Oscar roll. Have you ever done that?
oh,
That
God,
anytime?
I've done it a lot. If you check out all our previous videos of the 2-team takedown, all my matches.
Anytime you've ever played Oscar, that
Pretty
should
much,
be-
pretty much. Anytime Oscar was on my team, she was a mask. That was it.
I'll make you an Oscar card. I'll just put it blank. How's that for you?
I will burn it.
Hear that, WizKids? We need more blank cards. Put the effort into it and give us more blanks, please.
We need more ways to get Oscar dice, because in the old days, I would have melted those dice down to teach them a lesson.
That's right.
With the whole campaign box, I can't do that, man. I can't afford
Well,
to melt
there's
down
a
dice.
campaign box coming out, I believe, soon. Isn't there like a Spider-Man one, I think?
I don't believe so. I think that was a...
I think I saw a rumor once about that. There was a Spider-Man, like, into the interviews or something.
Well, on the good side here, he's thinning out his bag. He's getting the sidekicks out of there.
That's true. Yes, we got some sidekicks coming.
We will talk about the game a
and
little
I
bit.
Oh, no, we see it. They're fully poison ivies is what they're doing. Both sides, I think, are going for poison ivies. But, yeah, I think getting a slim field, because there's nothing to force any... Well, there is force attacks, but you're not going to force sidekicks.
No.
And I think that's what Elliot's looking at is the better chances my poison ivies can come out. So once he gets another sidekick, he can just buy poison ivies, and he'll have 2 or 3 of them that'll cycle every turn, which could be good. Laurie, yep. See what he pulls. So the other thing too that Elliot didn't do was he didn't walk with Elias.
Okay.
He had nothing in the used, so he couldn't.
Was not be why.
Oh, Oscar rolls.
Seeing just like that,
Oh, look
he's
at
got
that.
Oscar that could be very big. Poison Ivy could knock out stuff. This could be a big swing with that. I would swing with that Oscar.
Because
that's going to be
that's a
Poison
4/4.
Ivy's going to knock out all the sidekicks.
Yeah.
Oscar's going to come through as 1, 2, 3, 7.
So I'm gonna keep all
At
this.
least. No, that's the high side. What is she on her high?
Field a level 3 Oscar.
Oscar is a...
4/4, I
Will
think.
then field a level
So
1
that's a
poison
7
ivy,
coming at you.
KO her,
Plus
dealing 1
whatever
to
Poison
each
Ivy does. So
character.
Poison Ivy did 1
Yeah.
or 2. I
So
can't
she's
remember.
a
I think that might have been
5/5.
2.
Oscar is buffed by
5, 5.
1.
Sidekick's going to make it
Yeah,
6.
I might take the
7.
5.
Field
Gets you
2
ahead of things, right?
sidekicks, and buy a
Another
second
2.
Oscar.
So he's got a plus 1 on
Yeah,
that.
he's going for
Wouldn't
the...
that be
Yeah,
plus
he's
3?
swinging. He's swinging hard.
I then
Yeah,
pass priority.
plus 3. And go.
He's gonna.
Yeah,
make
that's
the
only a
sidekick.
plus 1 on the Oscar,
yeah,
isn't
okay,
it?
okay. He's not.
Here.
Selector. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, but he
declare
still can field a
attack
sidekick,
Yeah,
can he,
he's,
Elliot?
he's done that,
Yes,
so
okay.
he's
So
still
he
gonna.
sees that he can't do much.
He's still gonna swing in.
And the thing is, he's got his Poison Ivy train going before Elliot
Yeah.
has so far. The good part that Elliot has is he's got lots of stuff in his prep area.
Yeah.
He could buy a ton of Poison Ivies. There's only a prep global there.
Oh God, I don't think I'd be taking this. Like 5 life. Well, he said
Take
yeah.
the 5.
Yeah, I take the 5. I do take the 5.
You think so?
Well, then you get her out of the field, and he's not getting the discounts anymore, right?
Yeah, but but is it just 5? I thought you also get plus 1 for each sidekick that's fielded, or is it characters?
No, it's just mass
All
characters.
right.
Okay.
So you take 5.
Yeah, there you
are
go.
14.
Yeah, so he took the full 5, and now the thing is in his bag he could pull Oscar next turn because there's 2 of them. So he's gonna pull. He's got 4 dice. He's got 4 dice in his bag. So yeah, so Laurier is not gonna pull anything except sidekicks next turn. So now the only good thing he's got is he's got a lot of sidekicks.
Oh, he's got
gonna
Oscar.
roll.
There we go.
So Oscar could come in. He could buy a lot of Poison Ivies here. Now, do you just do that? Can you field the Oscar
Oh, is
and buy a
Ivy?
whole crap ton of Poison Ivies?
I thought he had an Ivy. Oh, he didn't do any damage yet. Okay.
Isn't doing anything.
Okay.
And we do have, it was 5 damage done too.
Yes, so he's down to 14 already.
5, 6. No, because he also lost 1 for Poison Ivy too.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
And that Oscar.
Oh.
See, but look at that.
Throw
You
that
could buy
throw
Kree
that
Captain.
effing dice.
You could
over
buy,
there.
yeah, if that Oscar rolls, I would keep everything there. Your Kree Captain, you could get a Poison Ivy and a second Poison Ivy, I believe you can get. I think you can actually get 2 of them.
I'm rooting for you, Elliot. Here, come on, roll that.
Come on, dude. Roll
Come
it. Yeah, but if he doesn't get sidekicks here, it's gonna be trouble too. Oh, I would have kept some of those masks. Cause you can get 2 Poison Ivies. Get them all going at once.
Oh my
Oh,
God. Oh, I've been
You
on
can see the
his.
frustration there. That's right.
I've been there.
And the other thing too, he's also on a clock, right? Because they don't have a lot of time left too. They've got what, like 25 minutes.
32 according to my clock. So
That's how good my time is right there. So I mean,
you're only
you
off
just
by a
full
10.
out-
We're good. We're good.
Close enough. We're in different times. I was all over Canada this week and waking up at 3 in the morning. I think it was 6. Who knows?
Oh my god.
He does have a lot of stuff he can buy. He can make sidekicks. So keep a sidekick maker. But you're definitely Kree Captain, buying a Poison Ivy for 5 or for 4 days. And then what else can you buy? You could actually buy 2 Poison Ivies. You could spin down a sidekick and get yourself 2 Poison Ivies. You could.
Is
As
Kree
the
Captain
Kree
once
Captain,
per turn, or
2. Yeah, Kree Captain, I believe, is 1 per turn.
okay, so we can get
But-
one.
Yeah, no, but he can spin down a sidekick and have 5 to buy a second one.
Oh,
could.
gotcha.
So he could do that. It's just that's going to be 2 turns, but then you have 3 Ivies in the bag. So there's 1. Now, does he see, or do you play defensive and go with the sidekicks, knowing Poison Ivy is going to knock him out anyways? So do you make the sidekicks thinking I will have some kind of prep next turn, or do you just buy another Oscar, go down that rabbit hole that Matt would have gone down?
Oh yeah, I would be on my 3rd Oscar by now.
That's right. Like,
Completely
first two
tilted,
sunlight.
and yeah, game over. Like,
But if he does spin down that sidekick, he could buy another Poison
yeah,
Ivy.
but then his bag is just a disaster. Oh,
Well,
oh,
reaching for a big entrance. Interesting. I don't know what big entrance is going to get.
Okay.
I mean, it's in the bag,
Price
but
in my
I don't
bag,
know if
all
that's.
sidekicks,
I would not have bought that.
and now
But then again,
let's see what I got.
that's why we're here.
yeah, exactly. That's why we're sitting here.
Watch this. You're going to see a
This
big
one is
entrance
what I
rolled
can
into
do
like
over
Thanos is coming, and
there.
that's it.
will
It'll be like, yo, he's going to like in the thing going in your
do
face.
what I want.
Okay, so Laurie up
Going to
Oh, he's quickly
re-roll
rolled that,
everything else.
again. Oh, he hasn't rolled. Yeah, he did. Poison Ivy on level 1. I think Poison Ivy, things are
Wow.
looking up for Laurie. He's got his
That
Poison Ivy in full
is
swing,
bad.
and he's doing his damages with 2 Oscars, which that's kind
no,
of like a
he's
little
got
bit
no
Becky,
Oscars.
right? No,
Oh.
no, but it's coming next turn, right? Like the thing
Yes.
is if he just uses this turn to ramp,
Going to field level 1 Ivy.
even if
KOing her,
um,
dealing 1 damage
even if
to
Elliot can somehow get a Poison Ivy out,
113.
it's ramp that Laurie has for his sidekicks.
Fist
So
shield.
having those
This
2
team.
Oscars in the bag, it's kind of like, again, a mini Becky because he'll clear the
You
field
know
with
what? I'm
the
going
Poison
to
Ivies.
take a page out of your book and buy one of your big entrances.
Oh my god, they're both doing it.
It's red, right?
What's that? They're both buying big entrance. They're buying them all up now.
Oh my god, obviously neither one of us know how big entrance
Or-
works.
No, actually, is it going in my bag?
Maybe, are you sure they're not pizzas? No, they're
don't
not.
thi-
They're big
Yeah,
entrances.
it's going in my bag.
I don't know.
And it is.
I don't know what the secret. Maybe we'll ask. That's the third question I'm going to ask: is why the hell did you guys buy big entrances? Just because you were daring each other?
Maybe it was
And you know what? I see it. Why would you buy big entrance though? Like you don't have anything big unless it's like a ramp, right? Like it's like a mini Becky.
maybe it's maybe it was just a Jedi mind trick from Elliot. He was just like,
I think it
screw
was.
it.
He
I'm
did
gonna.
that. He's like, you will buy a big entrance. Now the question is does Elliot get it done back to him? Does he buy another big entrance? 'Cause, you know, what's his name? Kylo Ren throws something back at him here. Yoda shit coming on here. Let's see what he does. So he's got the
He's got an Ivy and a big
With an
entrance
Ivy.
and stuff.
and stuff. Did he get 2? He could roll some good dice. Oh, he
Ooh,
didn't get 2.
there's
He
a-
does have his Oscar.
Is that
So-
that's the big boy Ivy
And
too?
he's
I
got a
think.
big one too. So there's another swing back for 7 he can do. But
That's not
yeah,
the worst thing out there.
no, it's not. You got a bolt to pump. No, there's no pump in this game. I don't think.
No.
No, there's nothing.
You got.
You want to keep? You can. Oh,
I'm
he
probably
flipped his
keeping
back.
that whole roll. Maybe re-roll the bolt. You don't need
Oh,
it.
the 2 sidekicks will get your ramp, but that's good because that gets your bag
Yeah.
not messed up. You got 3 to do nothing with though. So
Keep the big entrance. Re-roll the bolt because it's of no value for this game.
yeah,
Try to get a mask or another
so maybe
sidekick.
You roll the bolt and hope you get a mass, 1 in 6 chance. But I mean, you got 1 in 3 to get something you need. And with the 2 energy, he could.
He uses it
Oh,
for
he's not
fielding
playing.
costs.
Yeah, you just have 1 though. Paying 2 to buy a. I don't know what he's buying off screen there. Jelly. He bought a jelly dot. He paid 1 to field the Oscar, and he has a snack. Fielding the poison ivy, knocking out. Is that knockout his field? Or his field is
Was that a
gone.
level 2 or level 1?
Oh,
I think it's level
'cause
1.
he's at
Okay.
19. Yeah, he's level 19. Or he's at 19. It's 1915. But it knocked out the field. So Oscar now became a 5/5. 3 sidekicks. What do you do with the bolt? Nothing. Unless there's no 2 cost to purchase.
I don't
Confront the Mighty was last game.
think there
There's no
is.
confront the mighty anymore. Sorry.
No, we haven't seen the Orc Knob at all, but I think it's because it's a poison ivy race. I think an Orc Knob would be really good if you had Clayface or something.
Which unfortunately is banned right now. So
Isn't everything banned this tournament? Was it?
yeah,
I don't know how
was,
Becky.
it
How
was
did
rough.
Becky still stay? Like I don't know how
I-
Becky and Poison Ivy.
Don't know. No idea how those.
And then I think I screwed up the Corvus Pizza team. Sorry guys.
Yeah, I was upset when I went looking for it, and I'm going, oh, freaking Reg.
Pass back.
That's right. And some amateur hour. All right. So yeah, what does Elliot? I mean, Elliot's behind.
I am at 14.
He does have an Oscar going through for 5. We got to make sure that is 5 though. Picked for it.
Yeah, that was 5.
Yeah, so we're down to 14, 13.
And that's what I got is 14, 13. So they're side by side, man.
14, 13. Side by side, but again, I think Laurie has the extra poison ivy
And we've yet to see big entrance
and an
fire
extra
off.
and
so-
an extra. Well, that was the whole thing. Let's see if it comes back
Okay,
now. And
one Oscar here.
so he does have the poison ivy again, and she rolls again
That's
on her
good,
level
that's
2 side this
good.
time.
Oh man.
But
here we
again,
go.
another Oscar, so that's going to be bigger damage coming. That's another 4 plus
Does
2.
the
That's
entrance
6
stack
more.
with Oscar?
And he's got an Oscar in the bag. So do you just keep those masks, buy another poison ivy?
Not 100% sure.
I don't
bad
know.
play.
Oh
I
my
rolled
god.
these 4 dice.
I think he's looking for that big entrance to put another poison ivy in the bag. And look,
He wants to put an Oscar in there, but he's
he can.
Oh.
Yeah, he can because he can spin down.
So, do you want to
Yep, he
assume
can
that it
spin
does
down
actually?
the sidekick to Kree Captain to put a poison ivy in the bag.
For now.
So he's got another poison ivy if he wants to. And look at that, big entrance
So
comes.
for now, I have to pay 1
Or
to
not.
field my level 2.
Native field,
Oscar.
Oscar, 3/3.
Then I field my IV for free, dealing 2 my level
Knock
2
out the
IV for
poison ivy
free,
on level
dealing 2
2.
damage to you and all your characters.
How much time do you have now?
You are now at
15
11.
minutes.
My Oscar is buffed. Not decided on whether I'll attack yet. Field 2 sidekicks. So it's 4. Not the right timing. Okay, so I'll use big entrance.
he seems a lot louder all
and
of a
if
sudden.
if it stacks, then it's
Did I
1
lose you?
discount.
No,
plus the
sorry, they
Oscar
got
discount.
loud.
I pay 2 to put an IV in my bag.
Okay. You're yelling at each other.
Uh,
Throwing dice across the table.
Yeah.
So we got an Oscar at a
okay,
4/4.
I will then pass priority.
Did he not? Did he buy the other Oscar in the bag?
I missed that. Sorry, I was checking volumes.
No, I think he did. I think he purchased another Oscar in the bag. Or wait, did he? Yeah, he did because there's 3 Oscars or 3 poison ivies are gone. So yeah, so I think Laurie's got the upper hand on this one. And again, because the one Oscar he's got is sitting in the use. He's got 2 poison ivies here, but again, open field, so it's not going to do as much damage as he thinks.
Before you roll,
He
not
didn't
100%
attack with his, or he blocked with the
idea of
sidekick. That's
discount
why.
Stacking. Do you mind if we pause and check with a judge?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Be interesting to see what happens now. Is
I don't know what their question is. I
don't
paused the
quite know what
timer.
happened.
Something about discount stacking?
So,
Just need to do at judge,
discount stacking.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they were
does
asking about.
Asuka and big entrances
But as
discount
if big
stack?
entrance.
Big entrance would give
So
you a further
if they
discount.
say that it doesn't,
Yeah, but are they asking if you have 2 Oscars?
purchasing of an IV for purchase
Only
of a-
one. One Oscar only gives 2.
Or of a of a Mary. Sorry, because it was.
Did you
question
step
mark,
in,
yeah,
or-
yeah.
No,
think
I
that's
told
what
them they have to go to CRGR for
Yeah.
judge
It
questions.
doesn't stack.
But that's the man. If it's
If it
Oscar,
does, then I
Oscar
will-
gives a 2 discount. If you have big entrance with Oscar, you get a 3 discount.
Yeah.
And I guess, and if you had 2 fists, you could get the Kree Captain to make it a 3. So you can get a 6 cost for what?
You get
4
Thanos for
and-
nothing.
Judge, I have-
Absolutely. That's coming next set. Don't worry. There's Thanos coming for nothing's coming. He's a 0 cost. They made an error on the 1. So
That's going to be
he's a 0
Galactus
cost.
when that comes out.
Matt,
He's
is
a
there
0
anything-
cost.
Yeah.
They're like, oops.
Is
He's a 10-10.
we'll errata that in 2 years.
And when he deals combat damage, double that damage.
So, and free overcrush for any character you want.
Yep.
And cleave. You can have cleave.
Yes, it needs to have cleave. Needs to have cleave.
At the very bottom, and cleave. That's all I have to say. Or just a blank. I want to see a blank character that says cleave, and people are like, what the hell is that? What is cleave? So, no, there's so much coming that it's interesting to see. If, I mean, since we're in a timeout here, to see if they don't rotate the stuff that they've got previewed for us, it's going to be gross. I mean, Black Widow, they need a counter for.
Cannot wait for Kryptonite Crisis. That's the set I'm most excited about.
I don't know if Kryptonite Crisis is going to come now because you got the Secret Wars coming. That's going to replace because there's Fantastic Four in the Secret Wars, and you're going to have X-Men and Avengers in that. So, well, they're playing again. So there was a Typhoid Mary just decided to pop into the game.
Okay, so is our timer started again?
Well, I'm not sure. I don't know where Typhoid Mary she just popped in. I think they're talking to someone about it. I don't know. They can't be.
I'll wait till Elliot picks up the dice and we'll start the timer again.
Whose turn? Yeah, it was Elliot's turn.
Elliot was just starting, but then they had a question about the discount stacking.
Discount stacking. I don't understand the discount stacking because there was no big entrance roll. There was a big entrance
roll.
Oh, that's what it is. Because I think Laurier had a big entrance.
Yeah.
And he had Oscar in the field. So big entrance lowers it by 1.
Yeah.
Oscar lowers it by 2. So what does it say on the actual card though? So big entrance says, let me just read that. So big entrance.
Hang on, I got it right in front of me.
You may add this to your die impulse. Okay, purchase dice's turn cost 1 less than their printed cost. So that Poison Ivy would be a 4, right?
Yeah, so
that would be a 4. And then Oscar comes in and it says your active superstar costs 2 less. So maybe they're saying, is it only 2 less total or 3 less total? Or is it 3 less or 2 is maybe they're saying. But if Oscar said your dice's turn costs 2 less than their printed cost, then it would be Ivy would be a 3 cost. But because of this, Ivy's a 2 cost, I believe. I think that's what they're talking about. Because if you look at Laurier's side, he paid 1 to field Oscar, and then he had 2 masks he used to buy probably a Poison Ivy in the bag. That makes sense?
Yeah, I think the discount.
Yeah, and I think even because we're not listening, I think if he can't, he's going to put a Poison Ivy in the bag is what he's looking at doing, or a Typhoid Mary. Sorry, because Poison Ivy, the Typhoid Mary would be a 3 cost or 2 cost. That's what it is, 2 cost because he has the bolt and the mask to buy a Typhoid Mary. So it's either Typhoid Mary or Poison Ivy is going to go in the bag, and that's why it's sitting on his mat. So they're asking, does big entrance lower by 1, and does Oscar lower by 2 on top of that? What do you think?
I think it's okay because.
Yeah, I don't see a difference.
Yeah, I don't see why it's a problem. I think the discounts should stick.
I think it depends on the order, because if you do big entrance first, purchase dice's turn costs 1 less than their printing cost. So Poison Ivy's a 4, and then Oscar's going to lower it by 2. But it costs 2 less to purchase to a minimum of 1. So yeah, I could see that cost 2 less to purchase. Well, the printed cost is 4 or 5, and big entrance made it 4. Then Oscar brings it down to 2. I think that's fine. If it had then the printed cost, that would be different.
Yes.
Thank you for your patience. And I saw their timer was at 23 minutes.
And again, it comes down to, I think they allowed it because he's got the Typhoid Mary is back on his on the card, and the Poison Ivy looks like it's in the bag. At least that, if that was me, that's how I would rule it. I would call shenanigans. Toss it. This is where we're going to see the big entrance come out, and it's going to do something big.
It's my mistake. I was at 20 minutes and 20 minutes and a few seconds. So.
Okay, let's start the timer again.
Okay, so did they? Yeah, it was Poison Ivy got put in the bag. So the only bad part to that is now Laurie has 3 Poison Ivies, and Elliot has. Did he have 3 or did he have 4?
Why do we keep losing people? There we go.
Yeah, Elliot just the lights went out.
Yep.
He's back. And look, they rolled. No, he's got one. One of them rolled, and he's got 2 mass. And at this point, I don't think Elliot can make any mistakes with those rolls. Well, not that they're mistakes, but I think Poison Ivy has to roll every time.
Pretty
And
much.
he
Although
needs,
it's level 1, which really sucks.
Yeah,
Like-
I mean, Laurie has been rolling level 1s, but he's got the Oscar's been pushing through. So keeping those sidekicks have helped a lot. But we're at what, 11 to 14 is the score?
Yeah. Yeah.
14. I'm assuming that's Laurie has 14.
Yes. I'm re-rolling that Ivy.
He's got a lot of dice, and now the question is are you buying more stuff? Like at this point, do you just want the sidekicks so that they're not going to be in your use pile? You roll the Ivy, and I think you just roll for sidekicks. Keep a couple mass for your making 1 sidekick. I think you're rolling for more.
Is he thinking of keeping the energy the way it is? No, he's gonna
Unless he's going to buy another Poison Ivy. He's
Okay,
gotta-
there we go. There we go.
I'd roll more. I'd roll for as many sidekicks as you can. Sidekicks are good. Even though they're going to get knocked out. No, that hurt. Only getting 1 damage out of those Poison Ivies is going to hurt.
But he can buy another one. I mean, that gets the positive.
Right. The good part to that, but look how many dice are going to be going to that use pile. Like that's
Yeah, that sucks.
that's the hard part. When you know that your opponent has 1 already in prep, 1 in the bag, and potentially a third one getting. Actually, a third one's going to get pulled as well because he's got 3 psychic dice. Yeah, he's got 3 psychic dice, an Oscar, and a Poison Ivy in his bag. So there's going to be some big damage coming from Laurie next turn. So he can't buy a Poison Ivy because he needs to have something to field psychic.
What, sorry?
Sidekick.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
Interesting to see. Now the other question is, does
My apologies.
Laurie, or did he make a psych? No, he spent all his energy.
I think so.
There's 2 psych. Oh, did he walk with Elias?
I'll have to look. I'm on.
Yeah, I'm not
Elliot's
sure.
screen
I
right now.
see he's got a Poison Ivy there, and he's got. Oh no, when the when the Poison Ivy came in, he knocked out his psychic. So I was like, how do you get 2 in the prep? It was from the Poison Ivy. So Elliot fielded his Poison Ivy, knocked it out, did 1 damage, but gave 2 ramp to Laurier. Which again, what does he do here? Does he do the Kree Captain, buy another Poison Ivy, and just hope and make a sidekick?
That's exactly what I do. Kree Captain, Poison Ivy.
I mean, he's behind the race. He now needs Laurier to misroll on all his Poison Ivies.
Yes. Yeah.
Kree Captain, buy a Poison Ivy. The Oscar, I think, was another play that he had when he lost. I mean, he misrolled those 2 Oscars twice. There was
Yeah.
2 turns he
That.
and that put him way behind.
Yep. Worst card in the game, Oscar.
I should rip it up.
What is he?
So
oh, he's
he-
in the psychic now.
He's making the sidekick now, though. I don't know if that's.
I
Oh,
would-
he's. I don't know.
Oh, I would be.
That's
doing
going to
it.
get knocked out from Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
Unless he's not buying anything now, because he could have bought a Poison Ivy and fielded a sidekick after the Poison Ivies came. So
Why do it that way? I don't understand that one.
yeah, I would have kept the sidekick.
Because he's buying.
He's going to buy an Os. No.
Oh,
Dr. Strange.
he's bringing out the big guns now.
Yeah, but what is Doctor Strange
I
going to do?
don't even know what is that the rare or is
It's
it
a
the
four
common?
cost. Yeah, I think he does something when Wong's out or something. I'm not sure. I can double check that.
It's just the stats, I think, is what he's getting.
Oh, energize, draw, and roll a die. That's it.
1 second.
So-
Bag.
But yeah, that's again, yeah. But watch, he's gonna roll on a level
2
3 side.
Ivies hit,
Yeah, so that's gonna clear his field. He's got a sidekick.
and Oscar's going
He's
to
got
be
2
plus
Oscars
2.
going though, and one of them's gonna be big. So and there it is. So now he's gonna get one of those Oscars going through that are gonna be
First
big.
of all,
because they're gonna get +2
field the level 1 Oscar.
and field that one.
My level 2
And
Oscar.
really, Laurie can just keep his.
Oh my god, they're both going to be huge.
KO
Yeah.
herself, deal 2 damage
She
to
said.
you and your character. Your second
This might be it.
Yeah, that's 9.
2 Oscar.
He's gonna get big. Poison Ivy's going to do another. That's the level 3, is it?
Is also
Yeah,
buffed.
that's level 3.
Once Asuka is now a 3/3. My level 2
Is that a
is
nib
now
or is that a die?
I think it's a die.
It's like, the guy's got nibs. Yeah, so if he fields that, it's going to another 2. He's going to walk with Elias. Or no, he's going to field
So
Psychic.
And I will
Can that be enough?
he's gonna play some shenanigans here.
Field
Because if he
Psychic.
doesn't, if he passes back, he's not gonna field the other Ivy and just end that step.
because it's currently 3 plus 5.
Oh, so then he can't.
He won't be able to field
yeah,
the psychic, so
And your
he's
He's gonna
trapped.
wait.
global does not allow you to reduce the damage.
Because he's going to get one of them through.
Go up to 7. Just gonna double check.
He's going to get one of them through, but he can still make the Psychic.
I attack with
He makes a Psychic. He's going to.
Yeah, so they skipped this, so he passed back.
Then he's stuck now. He passed
Oh,
parry.
that's
so
it.
he's
That's it.
Yeah, he can't do anything because he can't make a Psychic, right?
So
It's the attack step.
why don't we
Step
bounce
in.
back in there? So let's hang up Discord,
Get out of. Yep, and then we'll go jump in the room before they leave.
and I'll be there in just a minute.
I'll go join them. Gentlemen, good game.
Thanks. But yeah, it's a game of inches, and
Game, gentlemen.
it's yeah. Thanks, Reg. But it was so close. Like just the slightest play is the slightest tweak.
Good game, gentlemen. Very good game.
We had this. It's like a single die that's on a different face sometimes makes a difference. It's
Asuka is the worst card in the game. I stand by that.
hey, I swung with 2 of them and won.
No,
So
worst card in
your
the game.
argument is now invalid.
Yeah, but you did it. Yeah, Oscar won it for you, but if you ask Elliot, he'll say Oscar's the worst card in the game right now. Couple questions for you, gentlemen. Number 1, Elliot, this one's to you. Is the Black Dwarf? That was the first time we've seen that actually played where, yes, you can just spin anything. So it's not like a Billy Club or Yarnborn. It's you can spin any die to a fist.
Right.
That was crazy.
Not.
Yeah, because typically in the past we've seen it as Yarnborn where it's been a sidekick die. But yeah, on the card it says sidekick die, not sidekick character die. And me and Jordan were like, how do you do that?
Yeah, we were both looking, going, "What? Huh? What?"
And then you read the text and it literally specifies in the field or reserve
Yeah.
pool.
Yep.
Right. We actually looked at the Yarnborn and I looked at Billy Club and I was like, damn, those ones actually said sidekick character die. And I'm like, I mean, it's not like Intellect Devour how they messed that one all up, but it's like, it just says spin anything, which is kind of crazy. It should be a sidekick. Because I'm pretty sure if they don't rotate out Kree Captain, that is going to be something abused, I think, a lot.
And honestly, kudos to you, Elliot, for comboing that with Wallop to counter Overcrush. That is brilliant.
Yeah.
Guaranteeing yourself a fist, so long as you have a blocker, you're good.
Yeah, we sat there going, Laurie's in trouble. Yeah, we thought Laurie's in trouble. Like, hey, your Becky's are there, but they're doing nothing. So.
And then Pip decided to come out to play.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we wondered a couple times. We're like, oh, he's got Poison Ivy to knock out his own pips, but you could. That's why you had Nylalore, of course, is to knock out the pip to make that shenanigan stuff going off. There was another question I asked. There was one point in game 1, Elliot, last roll, you had 2 Poison Ivies coming, and you had a chance. The first roll, and then I think you re-rolled a bolt. And I think going back on it, if you would have kept that bolt, you had enough damage when that Poison Ivies would have knocked out his Jubilee. You would have been able to use that bolt to do that extra 1 damage you were looking for.
Yeah, I actually spun that with Black Dwarf. And
Oh,
then
okay.
after I did that, I realized what I did, but I'd already done it.
Yeah, I think you were trying to roll for another sidekick too, right? Because you were like, oh, I got to outswing him. But right, we were like, oh, wait, that Poison Ivy could have knocked out his field, and you just need an extra bolt, which you had. So it's just, that's just bad luck.
He was actually looking for. He needed a fist because he knew my Ivy was in the bag, and I had 7 dice in the bag, meaning more than likely Becky was coming out to play.
Yeah,
So
but
if
he
Becky
had
comes out to,
But
Yeah.
he had you before that turn,
Yeah.
before your turn would have
Yeah.
came, he would have had you, I think,
He-
using that
he-
bolt.
You are correct. He would have, and it's
Yeah.
just, but it was just he read a threat,
Yeah.
and it's a game of inches at this point.
Well, we were the same way. We were thinking, oh, he's got a Jubilee in the field, so he can block a 1. But then we thought, wait, he's rolling 2 Poison Ivy dice. That's going to do enough to knock out the Jubilees. When we thought, oh my God, he had it when he had the bolt. So sometimes that's what in the spur of the moment you don't always think all that. And then, sorry guys, my third question, if you don't mind, is who did the first Jedi mind trick to buy those big entrances?
That was Elliot.
Middle of the game, we're like, what the hell are they buying big entrances for? And it's like, and he just made the other guy buy one. So
I had fist shield in a mask team that has a couple of bolt things as a backup. What was I supposed to do with fist shield?
Oh yeah, we both
Please
of us were like, "What's going on?"
Nothing was going for me.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. We're like, yeah, when we saw that, we're like, that's kind of funny. They're both buying big entrances.
Well, we thought Elliot did some mind trick to Laurier, going, "What? He made him buy one too. What's going on?" I don't understand.
It was literally just a die roll where I end up with, okay, sure, I have my Ivy, I can KO her, but then I have fist shield. What the heck do I do with that? Oh, I can make another fist. Yeah, that helps me a lot.
I mean, I saw the game. That was a great game. You guys both played really well.
Yeah.
I know, Laurie, you misrolled your it didn't misroll. You missed the rolls on your Becky's in game 1. It came back to even itself up when Elliot wasn't rolling the Oscars. But again, Laurie, you were rolling your Poison Ivies on level 1. All throughout the game. I mean, it was really close. I would have been interested to see Elliot flipping his team, because I think if Elliot would have had that Overcrush team you had, I think you would have taken this Poison Ivy team that Laurie had, because there was no way to blink the back, right?
Except I have Wallop.
You have Wallop.
Yes.
Oh, that's right, because his Eddie Guerrero wasn't the global one. You're right.
That's right. His Eddie Guerrero isn't a global one. He does have Nefarious Broadcast, but getting that out consistently requires lots of back control. He didn't have Supreme Intelligence to do it with, so it was a kind of situation where that would have been a tougher matchup, I think. I agree.
yeah.
But I had tools.
I have a child mercenary in that situation.
That's true. That would have done too. And I mean, we missed you rolling your Deadpools. I would have rooting for you there to get some Deadpools out. Same as I wanted to see Laurie rolling some Orc Knobs in that game. But I mean, when you think of it, that Poison Ivy, Oscar, like, I mean, to me, I think that's kind of a broken combo. But they're like mini Becky's once you get enough Poison Ivies coming out. And Oscar keeps growing and growing and growing, and it's basically because you're clearing the field, you've got the unblockable Oscars anyways. So
yeah.
Yeah, no, that's all my question. Excellent match, guys.
Yeah, it was great.
Thanks,
great
Reg.
game, guys. We only had one stream hiccup, so you guys never knew.
When it
Oh,
went
yeah.
down, it was at one point, I think Elliot was like mulling over. He had two fists and 2 masks. I think we were like about 5 minutes over it. That's when it crashed. So we came back. We missed like 1 roll, so it was good.
Yeah.
So
was it when we were looking for the ruling thing?
No.
There was at one point when you bought a Jubilee, I think, in one of the games or something. It was that
the
he
stream
was looking at
just completely crashed, and we're like, "Oh crap!"
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
dear.
I mean, it was a long first game you guys did. I mean, did you guys have any of your matches go to time, or did
I
you guys just
didn't,
roll over?
but this was a game of inches. The game 1, it was nuts.
Yep.
So it was very much a game of inches. So it's like, okay, I don't have quite the optimal setting. What do I go for this time? So there was a lot of thinking, because both of us were like, okay, the slightest thing in the wrong direction can cost us the game. And
Yeah, it was game 1. You had a lot of pressure you put on Elliot. Elliot had to save a couple energy for the wall-ups, and just in case Becky came, and then you missed the Becky couple, which let it come back. And then we're like, oh, Elliot's got a bunch of Poison Ivies coming out. And slowly but surely, we're like, oh, he only has 10 turns to go. And we're like, oh, shoot, he's got like 7 turns to do it. And he almost pulled it off. So,
Yeah.
kudos to both of you.
But a little bit of perspective, though, he was purchasing a lot. Like Elliot, you were purchasing a lot less dice in that game 1. You had Ivies, you had Oscars, and that's it. I had Grell, I had two Beckys, I had Pip, I had like Confront the Mighty, I had Jubilees. Like I was loading up on dice all over the place, but a bunch of them wouldn't roll.
Yeah, and Mimic never made it out to see anything, but that would have been cool to see a Mimic being bought by you at one point. But I don't think you needed to because you were on the pedal, Laurie. So
In this game, okay, in this matchup, Mimic is less necessary. Had Doctor Strange come out to play, that's when Mimic would have been especially good, because Mimic's good to remove things that are too big.
yeah, and
that's
the other question, the big entrance, was that because you were talking about should Poison Ivy have been a 2 cost or a 3 cost? Was that what the talk was about?
yes.
Okay, so it's big entrance lowers it by 1, and then Oscar by 2. You choose that. But if Oscar said 2 below the printed cost, then Poison Ivy would have been a 3, right? Is my understanding?
I guess we asked for a ruling by Joe, and he granted us a priority ruling that yes, the big entrance and Oscar stack. We didn't ask for the level of detail of if it said printed.
I looked at it and I saw big entrance is it reduces the printed cost by 1, and Oscar just says it lowers the cost by 2. But if Oscar would have said lowers the printed cost by 2, then Poison Ivy could not have been lower than a 3. Makes sense, like I think.
Yeah.
But again, maybe they've done a ruling on something else in the past, and it just depends on which site we hit. But that's how I think I would have read that is big entrance first, then the Oscar discount.
Yeah.
So
yeah, originally I was just going with it. Oh yeah, they stacked. Then I was like, I'm not sure, and this might be a key play. I want a ruling.
Well,
And
here's the question you would probably know is what if you have 2 big entrances? What happens?
They don't.
no,
They don't
that
stack.
that is specified on the card.
Does it stack?
No, it doesn't.
Let
They
me
don't
see.
stack because you can't lower
No,
it
it
by
doesn't.
1 and then you can't lower it by 1 again. So I would say those don't stack. Big entrances.
I think they've
It
ruled
says
on that.
no matter how many. No, but the card itself. If you look at
Yeah.
the Infinity Gauntlet big entrance, Elliot, in fact, you could see it on your card.
Yeah.
It says that dice purchased this turn cost 1 less than the printed cost, and in parentheses, no matter how many big entrance dice are used, minimum 1.
So I would use that rule into any other card that says anything about printed cost. You can't lower it. Like there's a Thanos, right, that does lower than the printed cost or something. So anything that's printed cost, well, you can't lower it below what it says, right? So, but Oscar doesn't do that. So.
If it came to that, it would. But yeah, seriously, Elliot, though, you made some really fascinating calls for your team. I'm looking at this and I'm like, Kang doesn't hurt you too much. Wallop doesn't really. Wallop helps your team. Putting the 4-cost Doctor Strange, reducing it to 2, means you can get a big bruiser that can also give you rambling. I'm looking at Elliot's team. He made some gutsy choices in his team that are really interesting.
Anyway, gentlemen,
both, I mean,
it was very entertaining to watch. So, Laurier, you're going to have a rematch with Mr. PXPX, if I'm understanding it right.
Yeah.
And
Peter, right? Yeah.
no.
Ron.
This is because
Ronathan.
this is it for the quote unquote losers bracket.
Oh, I thought Peter was there. Peter got knocked out?
Yeah, by Elliot.
Oh, did he? Okay, so I didn't know you guys played. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, and I think we should give the last word to Elliot because you did great this tournament, my friend, and giving you the last word here.
Those are good last words.
That's right. Excellent.
So
you
we're
were
gonna
supposed to say Oscar sucks.
Yeah, Oscar, worst card in the game. Thank you guys for letting us stream that. Hopefully people enjoyed it. Sorry it's broken into 2 videos. But that's it. If you're not already subscribing, we'd sure appreciate it. It does help us out. Give the video a like. And follow us on the Twitch at twitch.tv/DMNorthTV. I think that's it. Any final words here, guys, before I hit the stop button?
Good luck.
I think you've heard me talk enough for one evening, guys.
Actually, your volume was turned down, so I barely heard you at all. So, on that note, thanks for watching.
I guess I should sing then, so you can hear me well.
Oh, sorry, we're crashing again. Oh my God, going through a tunnel.